Welcome to What Do You Know podcasts. This podcast was created to inspire, to open up those sparks and invite us to what do we each know. Now, my guests come from all around the globe, have experienced, have created, and brought different things into this beautiful world. But what if their journey is just there to be an inspiration for what it is that each of us actually knows? Some of our topics will be about the planet, businesses, money, creation of wealth, relationships, and so much more. And we invite you to listen to this episode of What Do You Know? Hello, everyone, and welcome to What Do You Know podcast. My name is Laleh Hancock, and today I get the great pleasure of being here with you guys to talk about something that's very near and dear for me, and that is gratitude and peace. Now, most of us, grow up as little kids having so much gratitude. Notice kids, even from babies to 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, the only thing they desire is to hug and to be grateful for everything. They have no place and no space of separation. And actually, they freak out when people leave, they separate, because they don't know how to handle that. What they know is actually oneness. What they know is the inclusion of everyone and everything with no separation. Now, somewhere along the way in our journey of teenage years, adulthood, becoming responsible people, we tend to lose those magical tendrils of contribution and really being grateful for everyone and everything. And that's something that I would like to have this conversation with you guys today. And what's really possible when we invite that innate capacity that each of us has. Just because you're older doesn't mean you lost it. But what would it take to actually allow you to be it more? Have that gratitude. And I know sometimes it's easier to be grateful for everyone else. Be grateful for the earth, being grateful for your kids, being grateful for your friends, your neighbors. But it actually has to start from within us as well. And when we're willing to be whatever it is, whether it's gratitude, peace, or anything else, there's an energy when we are willing to be it that we exude that actually becomes that space, that invitation and inspiration for others to know they can too. I've been here in Dubai almost, I would say, 2 months now, and it's been fantastic. I have been here preparing for our big launch of a new building that's going to open in September. And meanwhile, I've gotten a chance to meet a lot of people and some really kind people from all walks of life and all countries. I mean, that's the thing about Dubai. It really brings people together. And still noticing, moments like, are we actually really willing to allow ourselves to be grateful for everything, every situation? And that's not always easy, I know. But what if it could be? Yesterday, I was facilitating something called Engaging. It's a program within Right Voice for You, and really speaks to a lot of things. Like, we don't recognize, but we engage with everything. The baby engages with the mom to let the mom know what it requires. Does it require a hug? Does it require food? Does it require diaper change? It starts from birth. And that engagement actually expands and changes. So there is engaging with your business. but it's also the business of your life, the inclusion of everything. Whether you go to a job and you work for another company or you have your own business for products, services, or anything else, well, that's one part of the oneness of you. And everything has a voice. And when we are willing to actually engage, we are going to become more aware. You become more aware of, oh, you know what? It's going to rain today. I should bring an umbrella. That is us, our bodies engaging with the future, engaging with the weather, and receiving that awareness. Well, it's the same thing. You having a product, it is about you engaging with the molecules to bring it to fruition. It started as a concept, started as an idea, but then that idea actually came alive with your help, with your staff's help, but it's all part of the engagement. And as it goes out into the world, it also has to engage with other people, maybe social media, different ways that you're getting its voice out there. And yesterday, before we were going to start the program, it was really interesting. About half an hour before, there was a bomb that hit a particular part of Israel. And we had many languages for this particular program, and one was actually Hebrew. And one thing that really just melted my world was how the translator handled it. She lives near the ocean. It's just so beautiful to look out there and hear boom, a bomb hit the ocean. And most people would have freaked out. Most people would have been like, what just happened? I have to run away. And interestingly enough, she did the opposite. She relaxed. Have you noticed when you freak out? Yeah, that's not where creativity comes from. That's not really what gets you to do what you really need to do. But relaxing, and she started to engage. And that's the piece that I think a lot of times most of us tend to forget is, what if it wasn't about reaction? No matter what, even if you have a difficult moment at work or at home, we want to fight. We've learned to fight. But when we start from that space that I initially was sharing with you guys of gratitude, like what if it was the gratitude that, hey, I'm aware this just happened. It's not going to take me off guard. I now know. Now she has choice. Does she stay? Does she go? Does she call someone? Does she call her mom? But that's from that place of not panicking, being grateful that she just received awareness and she has the choice of the next step. So often, whether it's in business or personal lives, are we willing to be grateful for that situation that just occurred? Are we willing to be grateful for the fact that someone yelled at us? Well, you just gained more information about what triggers this person. But also, what are you going to choose now? Like, if we're really, truly willing to have awareness, that's not an answer, but it gives you information. And then you get to explore, okay, do I go down this road or am I going down a different road? And look at a particular moment in your life, like even in the last 24 hours. Was there moments that you went to freak out? Was there moments that you just were very upset? Now, just imagine you, instead of that freak out, instead of being mad, if you would have done the opposite and just relaxed. Like, even just start breathing in from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, and then letting the breath go. Try that a couple of times. It's one of my favorite tools because you're bringing the earth in. You're bringing that innate capacity for us to relax and allow our bodies to relax. Now, from the space of relaxation, what else is possible here? What information did you gain? And from this new information, what can you do with it? What other options became available for you now that you have this information? Because again, if we do it from the gratitude, what did I gain? Well, usually you gain a lot of awareness, even if the awareness is, hey, next time I'm not going down this road. So, where else can we infuse and inject gratitude? Just explore in the next few days, like any moment that you would like to react. It doesn't even have to be you're mad, but you hear something on the news. Someone at work says something, your kids say something. Instead of wanting to just react, what if it's about relax and ask, what did I gain here? One of my favorite questions actually is, what's right about this I'm not getting? Because so often we go into what's wrong with it, which then brings you more of wrongness. But you're flipping that molecule by saying, what's right about this I'm not getting? You actually allow you to see the other angles that seem hidden. Like, note when you are reacting, are you aware, a spherical awareness of what's going on? Or do you end up putting all your energy towards a focal point that eliminates that spherical awareness? Now, what's right about this I'm not getting? What gratitude can I be here? Start to notice, because where there's gratitude, judgment cannot coexist. Those frequency, their energies are on different frequency wavelengths. So you cannot have both happening simultaneously. So instead of that person is wrong or what did I do wrong, instead of going into that wrongness, because if you notice, when you do make yourself wrong, it seems like you got 25 more wrongnesses of everything else you've done wrong in life. But the minute you go, oh, I'm so grateful for this, do you notice you draw more gratitude into your life, more kindness into your life, more joy? Now, you don't have to have joy. That's not this podcast. It's your choice. But just bringing in a different perspective of, with every situation, there's different paths. One of them, the problem, guess what? We bring more problems. Or what's the gift? What can I be grateful for? What are the possibilities here I haven't considered yet? And you allow that spherical awareness to also give you possibilities. Because when you're focused, how many possibilities are really there? So, if we could add more, let's call it our gratitude shaker instead of your salt shaker. Like, if you could add it more into your work, at home, with your loved ones, your friends, your clients. Like, if you really were willing to be grateful for everything and everyone in your life, every minute of the day, I know that's extreme, but what if you could? Like, what else could that open up and create in your world, but also in the world? Because we're all, inspirations. We're here, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're putting out in the world, guess what? Other people feel it. Other people are going to become aware of it. So if you're angry, notice how many other people get angry. But if you're grateful, how many others now have that as a possibility? Doesn't mean they have to choose it, but now you become this, infecting the world with more gratitude. So I wonder, as there's a lot going on in our world right now, there's a lot of people all around the world with a lot of different moments. So what if we could invite more gratitude and peace. And I invite you guys, I actually have created a gift. It's called a symphony group taster. It's something that has been created with the energies of it by Dr. Dane here. And I'm going to offer it on Friday, the 23rd of August in the evening time in Central Europe time, because I'll be in Berlin at the time. And I invite you guys to come. It's a gift. You can invite all your friends, your family. You don't have to do anything. It will be on a Zoom, and you just come, relax, put in a request, and then we actually engage with energies of the world. And there's never words for what it is, but my body always relaxes and I feel good afterwards. So this one's actually dedicated to gratitude and peace. So I wonder how much more gratitude and peace we can invite and inspire in the world. So we always love to hear from you guys. Please comment, let us know wherever you were watching or listening to this. And if you'd like, you can always go to belapemo.com and click contact us and send some feedback, and especially other topics. What are you interested in hearing about? Let us know. So I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. And truly, what would the world be like with more gratitude and peace? See you next week. Thank you for being here for this episode of What Do You Know podcast. We're so grateful you're here. If you have not yet subscribed, you can subscribe below. And will you contribute to assisting us in spreading this out to all others who may be looking for it? And comments below. Let us know. What did you think of this episode? What contribution has it been for you? And also, what topics would you like to hear about? We look forward to hearing from you today and in the future.